Hello everyone. Today we're going to be back on the Durango RT. And I got the decisions I need to make on it. Well, some of y'all who's been on the channel for a while recognize this Durango. Kind of get you up to speed. The guy had us pull the engine out for him. He put all the new parts in. We put it back in. And basically he messed up on the head gaskets. So he had to redo the head gaskets on it. Put it back together. Alternator started overcharging. Burned out part of the PCM where it wouldn't charge. So that being said, what happened with this engine was it had a lifter failure. So he decided to do aftermarket parts, did a Texas Speed Stage 2 cam, lifters, springs, push rods, cam lock. Okay, it ran. Well, I should say it runs. And so I had Dr. Art come over. We did some things to get it to run, get it to idle. Did some test driving with it. And it was still having some issues about being lean. It was having issues on hot startup. We kept going back and forth on the tune. And all of a sudden it was having an issue picking up the cam timing. So we kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Well, meantime, it kept getting worse and getting worse to the point to where it took forever to get it to start. So I checked the wires for the cam sensor, actually changed out the cam sensor, and was still having issues. So I decided just to park it out back. I was going to take it to DVR, have them retune the whole thing, which by the way is not cheap. So I parked it in the backyard. I'll deal with it later. And the more I thought about it, the more I was deciding on going ahead and pulling this cam out, pulling the phaser out, and replace it with a stock cam with another phaser, allow the VVT to do his job. Because at the end of the day, man, even though after I would have taken it to DVR, had it tuned up, it's still going to need a torque converter. The way this cam is running, I'm losing vacuum to my brake booster. And so at the end of the day, I don't want to do the added cost of putting the torque converter in, set something up to get more vacuum to the booster, because it's going to be a daily driver. My other half's going to be driving it, and I don't need her giving me the phone call, hey, something's going on with this, or something's acting up. I just need it to be a reliable daily car for her. So like I said, I made a decision. I'm going to go ahead and pull the cam out and put a stock one in, put another phaser in, keep the cam that's coming out and the phaser as a set to itself. I'll put it on the shelf. I might use it for something else down the road. And return it back to stock tune and just make a reliable daily for it. So it was a hard decision to make, but like I said, at the end of the day, she's going to be driving it 90% of the time, and I just want it reliable. So we're going to start slowly taking this apart, take everything out, and hopefully I can get the cam turned around enough to pop all the lifters back up in their holders, and they stay there. Pull the cam out, put another one in without them dropping, so I don't have to pull the heads off. But I am going to remove the rockers and the push rods. And so other than that, let's get started. All right, got quite a bit. Take it off. Got the water pump off, radiator's out. I believe I'm gonna have enough room to take the pulley off. I gotta undo the AC compressor, take off the alternator, couple of bolts underneath on the oil pan, get the rest of these bolts out, and this can come out. Okay, got the timing cover off. You can see where they did it before with the timing marks. It's on the chain, it's on the cam phaser. So we're gonna get all that line back up, and still gotta take coil packs off, valve covers off, rocker arms off, push rods out, spin the crank a few times, get everything locked in place, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to pull the cam out without the lifter dropping, get the new one in, get it dialed in, and start putting it back together. But for today, this is going to be it. We got to turn around. We've been working, doing the CMA Fest. We did all the setup and everything for a lot of it. And tomorrow night is teardown. So I'm going to get some rest. So as soon as we get back from that, I'll be back on this. And hopefully in the next episode, we'll have it all back together and running. Other than that, guys, you have a good one, a safe one, and I'll see you down the road.